Hi, my name's John, but my friends call me Izzy, and you can too. This is Izzy's Painting Workshop. Welcome, folks. I'd like to take a minute to talk about what this video series will be about, both in general and in the next immediate few episodes. In general, this will be a vlog slash tutorial following my hobby journey, primarily painting and assembling Corvus Belli Infinity miniatures, with some other miniatures thrown in here and there for interest. I wanted to start this video series because I didn't see a lot of other people doing tutorials about Infinity miniatures, and as they say, be the change you want to see in the world. If there's interest in it, and as the pandemic allows, of course, we will also be visiting our local gaming spots to talk shop with fellow gamers and other shenanigans as they ensue. In the next few episodes, I'll be taking you with me on my hobby journey, painting and assembling an orc with Furbach, once again from the Infinity line. As I said earlier, we're going to be working on an orc from Pan-Oceania with Furbach. Normally I paint miniatures fresh out of the box, but this guy I got secondhand. So rather than doing a segment on clearing mold lines and cleaning flash, we're going to do a brief segment on how to strip paint. In future episodes, we're going to be working on other subjects such as 1. Building, basing, and magnetizing the model. 2. Laying down a prime coat, zenithal prime coat, and base coat on the miniature with an airbrush. It won't be crazy, it's just a basic stuff. I'll show you what I do. 3. Blocking out basic colors on the model. 4. Highlighting, blending, and doing my recipe for blue. I'll show you how I paint blue. After that, we'll work on panel lining, we'll work on edge highlighting, we'll also work on stuff like fine finishing details, we'll paint the base. I'll show you how I seal. I seal with the airbrush as well. It's also not difficult. And then when we're finished with the miniature itself, I'll show you guys how I photograph a miniature and what my setup is. None of it's too terribly expensive, so if I'm doing my job right, I'll show you how to paint a miniature from start to finish without breaking the bank. If you're ready, let's rock and roll, kids. All right. Hey, so we're going to start today by stripping a miniature that I bought secondary off of somebody on a Facebook group. It's for Infinity. It's an orc with a Furbach. And it's this guy here. I don't know how well you can see that. Yeah, there you go. And he's been sitting in simple green for a long time. I don't even remember. I'm kind of lazy, so I just leave it in there. I don't leave it in for a long time because it needs to be in there for a long time. I leave it in for a long time because I just leave it in and forget about it. But this is basically a mixture of 1 part simple green, 5 parts water, and you can see it's in a used, repurposed Parmesan container. Reduce, reuse, recycle, kids. Right. So here you see we have a toothbrush, a strainer, which is important, I'll show you why, and paper towels. We kill a lot of trees in our hobby and use a lot of paper, so just I don't know, recycle to make up for it, I guess. I don't know. So what we do is open the container and take our strainer and get the little guy out. And here you can see he's been sitting in there for a while. There you go. He was primed and assembled by another guy. I'm going to redo it in my own image. And we put that guy in there. And then we close the simple green up because you can just keep reusing this stuff forever. I don't know if you can see, there's like little bits of paint floating up there from all the times I've used it. You just keep using stuff forever. It's cheap to buy and it's not hard. So, and then we drop everything. We go to work on this guy. And toothbrush and just go to town. And you can see how that paint just come right off. And you just keep going at it. And the reason why we have the strainer here is not just to get it out of, not just to pull this guy out of the simple green, so we don't have to stick our hands in it, but also you put it in drain so that if any parts fall off of him while you're scrubbing, they get caught in the strainer instead of getting caught in the drain and having to snake it out and get your landlord to fix your plumbing, because they never do. They never fix anything here. It's terrible. Anyway, so yeah, we just scrub this guy, and you can see it just comes right off. There. Oh, yeah. So, for those of you who aren't familiar, this little crate thing here, that's what's known as a tactical rock in the industry. That's what we all call it. And there's a love-hate relationship with them in the game community. But anyway, so I'm basically just going to scrub this guy. I don't know how entertaining that's going to be for you, but... switch to warmer water. There we go. I'm breaking off the arm on purpose so that it's easier to get into all the little nooks and crannies in this guy. You can see, like, all but in the most recessed spots, all the paint's come off. So I'm just gonna keep doing this, and then we'll move over to the workbench proper, and we can go to the next step and start assembling this guy. All right, cheers. All right, so I have hit this guy with a scrubber quite a bit, and there's still primer in the depths and the details. This guy, rather than rushing and just spraying over this and losing some detail, we're gonna put it back in the drink and hope that another few days worth of soaking helps loosen that up. I'm not sure what this guy primed it with. I think I still have his contact info, so I'll ask him in the meantime and see if I can glean some info on that. I don't like using things like acetone or mineral spirits for this sort of thing, because those things tend to have fumes, while simple green is pretty non-toxic. Like, I wouldn't drink it, but like you're not gonna breathe in fumes from it. You can use it in an enclosed space, and I live in a very small place. So, yeah, we're gonna put this guy back in the drink. See you in a few days. Alright, so we've taken the model out of simple green and scrubbed off the last of the primer. It was not simple to get off. Simple green, not simple, get it? Ha ha ha. I'm sorry, I apologize. So anyway, he's ready for the next step. In the next installment, we're going to magnetize the base, attach the miniature to the base, and that's a little bit more complex than it seems. It's not just gluing. I'll walk you through it. And glue his arms back on him. That's the easiest part. In the meantime, if you liked the opening song, that's Warmonger by Doomdriver, and I'll put a link to that band's YouTube page below in the links section of this page. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe and ring the bell so you can get notifications when future installments come out. I'd like to do this optimally. I would be doing videos about once every 2 weeks. Realistically, especially with the holiday season coming up, it's probably going to be closer to once a month. This isn't a paying gig for me. It's something I do as a passion project, and I'm doing the best I can. I don't know if you could tell I'm filming everything with my phone and just kind of winging it and trying the best I can to provide you with a good video. So thank you for sticking it out to the end. See you in the next video.